the Cubs and the Giants, the first of 3 from Oracle Park. And welcome into the broadcast booth. John Shambi and Jim Deshaies, Elise Menaker will join us coming up. The Cubs coming off a W yesterday in Denver, and they needed that.
Wins have been hard to come by for the Cubs lately, and ended up being kind of a no-drama win. It didn't start well. They went 9 up, 9 down, and then the offense got clicking. Good to see some power. Bregman goes deep. Suzuki hits the grand slam. He got a big hug from Nico Horner. And then Michael Busch, he's been on base a lot here lately. Here comes Dansby sliding into home like Superman. And there's Bregman, his first home run in a good long while. So some positive signs from the right-handed hitters. There's another one. Carson Kelly going deep for the first time in a good while. You like defense? How about PCA? Flying through the air with the greatest of ease. That's a 5-star catch. We'll explain that all later. It means it was a really good one. A catch probability of between 0 and 25%. So we just explained it now because we had time. And you like pitching? Phil Maton comes in with the bases juiced. He gets a strikeout of Ezekiel Tovar, and the boys get to high five. Everybody's excited. Missing from that line, Craig Counsell. He got ejected in the game yesterday as well, so it was a very busy day at the ballpark.
Yep. Counsell gets tossed here tonight. We got a pitching matchup of Javier Assad and Landon Roop. You see these two squaring off. Roop on the season, an ERA of an even 4 for Assad. His first start since back in April, but coming off an outstanding effort that basically was like a start when he came in relief of Jamison Tyone.
Yeah, really one of the best pitching performances of the year for the Cubs. He went 6 1/3 out of the bullpen. Obviously unscheduled, allowed just 1 hit, no runs, struck out 5 through first pitch strikes to 2/3 of the batters he faced. He was pounding the zone with that sinker. Ball in play was on the ground. Just a dominant performance for Assad against the hottest hitting team in the league.
Yeah, no question. The Giants have been red hot at the plate. Got off to a dreadful start offensively, but now the Cubs found this out firsthand at home. The Giants are hot, and they've been slugging.
Yeah, a rise, obviously. Chapman's been really hot. The kid Eldridge, but this guy has led the way. Jung-Hoo Lee, over his last 13 games, is batting .564. He's got an 18-game hitting streak. It's not just a knock here and a knock there. It's like every night it's 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. He's had a 5-hit game in this stretch. Nobody can figure out how to get this kid out right now.
All right, when we continue back to the studio, and the folks there will analyze Alex Bregman. A little bit of a swing adjustment, and it yielded results yesterday in Denver.
Dear Dad, you're my first coach, my fifth.
Well, we're getting you closer to first pitch, game 1 of a 3-game set right by the Bay. Cubs and Giants, Oracle Park. That will be the stomping grounds for the next 3 ball games. And we're getting you closer, as we said. AC, JD, and Elise, they'll have the call. But in the meantime, Lance and I, we are here in our Marquee Sports Network studios, and we're taking a look at some of the dudes who have been swinging the bats, and they're looking for an uptick, an upswing in some of that production. We're taking a look at Alex Bregman, Seiya Suzuki, Dansby Swanson, and right now they've been sitting on some of that off speed, and that's worked to their advantage, hasn't it, Lance?
I mean, yeah, the league looked at the Cubs offense and went, hey, we're going to throw you as many breaking balls as possible, and that's why you have 3 of the top 3 guys in Major League Baseball from a percent of breaking balls seen standpoint are Seiya, Dansby Swanson, and Alex Bregman. Why would the league be doing this? They're not hitting them. The league is very good at identifying what you're not good at and going, hey, we're going to do this until you adjust. We see this all the time with guys in the minor leagues that come up. But do we have some hope? Seiya Suzuki yesterday, bases loaded, right? This is a bad miss by Ryan Feltner, but to me, it's more a matter of, okay, sure, breaking balls break a little less at Coors Field.
That's true.
But does this propel you a little? Do you get a little more confidence, a little more spunk in your step on a guy like Seiya? And I'm encouraged, I think, most by Seiya. The hard hit right there is to see Feltner throwing the ball in the rosin bag. A little testy. I know you get a little mad there. You got the hug from Nico Horner as well. But to me, it's Bregman is the more curious case because his bat speed's down a little bit year over year, and the guys at StatCast have a new stat where you can literally measure how often a guy is early or late in a swing.
Okay.
Bregman versus breaking balls this season in off speed is earlier more often. So he's swinging he's almost like geared for fastball and carrying that fastball into his breaking ball swing to the point where we see the league versus anybody, it's year over year, looks at Bregman and goes, he will see more spin until he can prove that he can hit it. He showed it in Colorado, but I think he's got to do it outside of Colorado, and that starts at Oracle today. Yeah, and the same goes for all three of those dudes, especially with runners in scoring position. We talked about it with Bruce earlier. Bregman, 182, Seiya, 145, Dansby, 153. So being able to identify that curveball and jump all over it, whether it's a curve, a sweep, anything with a little bit of pull on it right there, that's going to allow them to see more fastballs, won't it? Yeah, I think so, and that's what hitters want to do damage against. Roop tonight is a pretty good curveball. I think we're going to see a lot of it. Okay, we will see in just a little bit. The fellas looking to get this plane off the runway nice and smooth. The next three at Oracle Park. The fellas, they have a soft spot in their schedule. We told you, 13 more versus sub-500 teams until they lock horns with the Milwaukee Brewers and Jacob Mizorowski. The gang, they have the call. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a late one. No postgame tonight. Enjoy the contest. Go Cubs.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Back here at Oracle Park as we get ready for game one of this three-game set, the Giants and the Cubs. And it's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers and brought to you by Jim DeShea.
Yeah, running back looking for a repeat performance from Javi Assad against the Giants. He was so good against them last time. 6 1/3, 1 hit, scoreless. Who's on first? Yeah, that guy right there. Jung-Hoo Lee. I think JH stands for just hit because that's what this guy does. His .338 batting average, second best in Major League Baseball. Giants flying high offensively. Their big issue has been the bullpen. The bullpen has really struggled. They have an 8.74 ERA in the month of June.
Is that Jesse Chavez? I think it is. Former Cub Jesse Chavez right there. Pete Crow Armstrong will lead things off. Alex Bregman will follow him, and then Michael Busch. Lineup's first pitch coming up. Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Locurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circus Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. All the seals out there on Pier 39 and no sign of Lou Seal. Get it?
Yeah, Lou's here.
Yeah.
Down there on the field getting ready for the game.
You know who else is here? Elise Medeker. Let's send it downstairs. Elise, what do you have?
Hey, Boom Shambi. So there was a roster move made before the game, and that is Trent Thornton. He was reinstated from the paternity list, and Tyler Ferguson was optioned back down to AAA. So Trent, he welcomes baby boy Hayes. Now, Tuesday was the birthday, June 9th. Trent was in Denver Tuesday. That is until, oh, how cute is Hayes? His wife, Taylor, calls him and says, Trent, I think you need to get home to Charlotte. So 10 minutes later, basically, props to VJ, he's in a car to the airport, gets to the airport, gets to the gate, flight is boarding, gets to Charlotte. His wife's sister picks him up, goes to the hospital. It is go time, to the point where the nurse, baby's born. Hey, Trent, do you want to catch the baby? He says, no, I'm a pitcher. So we are very happy for the Thornton family. They now have 2 babies under 2. So they have baby girl Beckett, who is 1.5. They welcome baby boy Hayes. Taylor, Trent says, is a champ. And so, guys, this was really special for Trent, not just because he could be there for the birth of his baby, but this is just the second time he has seen them since spring training. She hasn't been able to travel, obviously, so all around you could tell he was so happy.
Awesome. Congratulations to the Thornton family, and we get ready for baseball here tonight. Pete Crow Armstrong getting set to lead things off. PCA's been swinging a good bat. Here's the top 3 in the Cubs order. Gonna go Pete Crow Armstrong, Alex Bregman, and then Michael Busch. The Cubs 6th in the NL out of 15 teams in runs per game. Happ, Suzuki, and Horner will go 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. And the lineup rounded out by the DH, Moises Ballesteros, Carson Kelly, and then Dansby Swanson. So the Cubs taking on Landon Roop here tonight. JD, a guy who likes to generate a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, he's a 12th round pick out of UNC Wilmington by the Giants back in 2021. The ball will be Landon in the park. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Landon is his first name. He's only allowed 4 home runs, 69 2/3 innings pitched. He generates a lot of weak contact. The curveball steals all the headlines for him. He's got a really nice curveball, but he didn't throw a ton of them last time against the Cubs. It was the changeup that was most effective in that outing.
So Pete Crow Armstrong climbing in, and we're ready to go. He had a homer last Saturday against Landon Roop. It doesn't happen very frequently.
No, that was the only run that Roop allowed in that game. He went 5 2/3, allowed 3 hits in that one run.
And here we go. First offering of the game, and that misses.
If you don't believe us, there it is. That was the PCA game. Then he hit the game-tying home run in the 9th.
Roop back to work. And that one misses outside. Pete Crow Armstrong, last 11 hitting .404 with 8 extra base hits. He leads the National League in Fangraphs wins above replacement. Takes a strike there, says Todd Tischner, the crew chief. Absolutely perfect night for baseball. 62 degrees as we get it going. 2-1. And PCA swings and misses.
And there's that changeup. That's what he featured prominently in that game back at Wrigley.
So even up 2-2. Roop does a good job generating soft contact. JD mentioned that. Pitch hit on the ground, foul of first. And he and Michael Busch have been on quite a roll. Both those guys getting on base, setting the table, if you will. 15 game on base streak for PCA, 17 for Busch. Check swing and a pitch in the dirt. Oh, and he went. Third base umpire Adam Hammery said he went. Pete doesn't know yet, thinks he's been hit by the pitch.
Yeah,
that's going to be a strikeout.
Devers is telling him, and now Craig Counsell wants to come out and talk about it. Titchener's telling him, we checked with Hammery. Hammery said it was a swing. And that'll go down as a strikeout. I guess it gives you an idea how good his curveball is. Yeah, it did look like he did probably go far enough.
Yep. I think that's probably the correct call. So Pete a little frustrated as ultimately he ends up a strikeout victim. Here is Alex Bregman. Roop delivers. And that pitch misses to Bregman. Alex yesterday hitting his 2nd homer since May 12th. Been a little bit kind of a power outage for him. There's a strike. Giants wearing their alternate orange jerseys.
What's their record when they wear their orange jerseys?
I wish I could tell you. I really do.
That information is usually readily available.
Sure. Here comes a 1-2. Roop misses. Roop works really quickly. The interesting thing is does not throw the ball in the zone a ton. In fact, he has the lowest in-zone rate of any qualified starter.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that believes that strikes can be overrated, and I agree with him.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
When you look at the movement on his two-seam fastball and his changeups, you can see a lot of advantage for him of starting the ball in the zone, running it off the outside corner. The curveball gets wicked movement, so that's a chase pitch for him.
Your buddy Walbert Ureñas.
Walby. He doesn't live in the zone. You see Edward Cabrera on that list as well.
First pitch to Michael Busch. And that's a strike.
Roop puts it on the ground a lot. Ground ball rate up over 50%. And a strikeout rate of 26%. So.
Yeah, which is outstanding.
Yeah,
I mean, the major league average is about 22.
Came into this game with an ERA right at 4. And the underlying numbers tell you he's actually been better than that.
Pitch in for a strike. Michael Busch seemingly a little frustrated.
With good reason.
Missed underneath. So 1-2. Roop. And Busch with the count now even up. 17 straight on base for Michael Busch. And he's got an OPS over 900 since May 1st. 2-2. And that one a little bit low. Susac will challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it's a strike. And Roop strikes out the side thanks to ABS. 1, 2, 3. Go the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Javier Assad coming up to hit, or coming up to pitch. And here come the Giants.
Forward.
Bottom of the first, and the Giants will come up to hit against Javier Assad. Giants lineup brought to you by Ford, Arise, Eldridge, and Schmidt. The top three then Devers, Red Hot, Jung-Hoo Lee, Willie Adames, Chapman, Gilbert, and Susac rounding it out. That group will go up against Javier Assad.
The Giant group has really been swinging it well. Challenge lies ahead for Assad. He dominated this club last time.
And he pumps in a strike to Arise.
Yeah, we saw him at 95 miles per hour last week, and so the velo is up. Lefty slugging has been a bit of an issue, but he, like Roop, good at limiting hard contact, and he'll put it on the ground a fair bit as well.
Assad brilliant, replacing Jameson Taillon his last time after Taillon got hurt. His pitch fouled back.
He's one of those guys. He waits back. He hits the ball the other way a lot. He's hard to beat with that inside fastball. He's not looking to turn on it very often. Every now and then he'll ambush you. He just waits and seemingly pulls the ball out of the catcher's mitt sometimes.
That one punched the other way past the diving Bregman and into left field. Arise just reached out and poked it, and that's 12 straight for Luis Arise.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Wait. And the flick of the wrist just punches it the other way. Not looking to do damage there. Looking to find a hole.
The leadoff spot has been a challenge for the Giants this year. Here's Eldridge now. And ball one, according to Todd Tishner. K-Zone had it as a strike. See, Eldridge's numbers overall, they've been excellent. And last 13, I mean, he has been tearing it up, coming off that walk-off grand slam on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, this is a kid that highly regarded prospect, and he had struggles early on, but it looks like he's figured some things out.
The 2-0, and that is in for a strike. Eldridge, the Giants' first-round pick in 2023, again only 21 years old. And with that walk-off grand slam, he became the youngest player in Major League history with a walk-off grand slam, passing Roberto Clemente. And the 2-1 in for a strike.
You know, they're the Giants.
Yeah, they are.
And he's 6'7", tied for the tallest Giant to hit a home run. The bottom two, Ed Halicki, Rich Gale, are both pitchers, or were pitchers.
2-2. Eldridge big, grew up in the Northern Virginia area. He's a big Nationals fan, a two-way player, good pitcher. Man at first, nobody out, just getting started. And the pitch missing to Eldridge.
You know, also on that list of Giants is Desi Wilson, who's the Cubs hitting coach down at Iowa.
Giants.
Giant. Yeah.
3-2. There goes the runner. Pitch is popped up, foul, and that'll get out of play off to the left. They will do it again.
Giants don't steal a lot of bases. It's not a big part of their game. Earlier in the year, they might have been hesitant to start Arise there for fear of the strikeout, throw out, double play, but Eldridge has been able to cut down on that strikeout rate.
Not going this time. Pitch in there, got him looking. And the big lefty hitter is called out on strikes.
Saad's got a lot of weapons, and this is one of them. That two-seam fastball, he starts at the hitter. You see the reaction from Eldridge. Jackknifes him, and that thing runs back to the inside corner. That's great execution. Casey's not fond of walking. He likes to swing it.
0-1, the pitch. Fouled back. Elise Medeker, what about that strikeout?
Yeah, that's the pitch that Craig Counsell said that will be important today. He needs to execute that fastball glove side.
So we'll watch him with the fastball away to righties and into lefties. Casey Schmidt, who had been hitting out of the leadoff spot. He'd gone their last 11 games as a leadoff hitter. He's not a prototypical leadoff guy, and especially not this year where he's walking less than 3% of the time. And it really struggled to get the top spot on base.
Yeah. Arise, another guy who doesn't walk, but he hits for such a high average, he becomes a little bit a better option. And Schmidt, perhaps more suited in the middle of the order. He's been doing a lot of slugging this year.
Next pitch popped up. Michael Busch drifting back on the wet dirt, wandering out over his shoulder, and he makes the catch. Oh, the wind took hold of that, or seemingly did, and Busch had to make that catch, and he was almost facing the outfield.
Tough sky right now this time of night, and it is breezy. Not really whipping, but it is breezy. And she had to fight it, and ultimately won the fight.
And now it's Rafael Devers, 2 outs, man at first. And there's strike one. Devers overall hitting .233 with 9 home runs. Giants traded for him last year in the middle of June, so just about a year ago, as he takes inside. And this is not, let's blame Rafael Devers. It's just they were in good shape. They made that trade, and they haven't really found their way since.
No.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think their expectation was that they might be able to hang in there with the Dodgers in the NL West, and if not, be part of the wild card conversation. There's Tony Vitello, their first-year skipper.
Rise started to go. That's bounced to first. Busch to a knee, grabs it, steps on the bag, and Assad pitches around a leadoff single.
Storming
Back here at Oracle Park, Boog Shambi, Jim DeShays, and Elise Medeker. And I think you heard Todd Tischner on the ABS Challenge earlier. The connection wasn't great. We were having a little bit of trouble, so just a minor technical adjustment. Put some batteries back in there, whatever, and away we go. Todd Tischner, the crew chief. And now Landon Roop back to work. He struck out the side in the top of the first. No score. We go to the second, and Roop delivers to Happ. And that one misses outside. So Ian Happ hitting in a cleanup spot. Good solid numbers for Happer as he scoops one foul off out of play. JD, overall offensively, the Cubs have been getting a lot of production from the outfield. Like when you think about wins above replacement.
Yeah, well, PCA and Ian, left-handed hitting Ian's got an OPS in the 900s. He's been really good from this side. The right-handed Ian is kind of let him down a little bit.
Pitch in there first. Do you think he has those conversations where he's standing in the mirror and he might be shaving and he'll say, come on, right-handed even.
Let's go. Pick it up.
Right-handed Ian.
Righty me.
Way to go, lefty Ian.
Like when he sleeps at night, depending on which side he lays on, he sleeps better. Yeah.
3-2 to lefty Ian. And it's fouled off the plate.
Ooh, I think got up underneath the mask of Susak.
Ooh. Yeah. Got him on the neck. Bounced up and under. Nobody on, nobody out. And Roop fires.
Fought off a tough pitch. So he's trying to play that game like Assad. That two-seam that starts in and moves to the corner. Here comes a changeup.
3-2 on the way. Line drive foul.
Or what? Yeah, it was a changeup. The Cubs right-handed hitters, because there's more right-handed pitchers in the league, so the right-on-right matchup is the most common, right? So those right-handed hitters have been seeing a lot of breaking balls. Ian Happ from righties, he sees a lot of changeups.
A pitch misses, challenged by Susak.
He's making his way to first base, but I think he's going to be disappointed.
And that's a strike.
Pitch is a strike. San Francisco has 2 remaining.
So that's 4 up, 4 down, all by strikeouts. A couple with the work of Susak and the ABS. Cubs hitters are like, they're leaning more into the BS than the A part of that.
One down here, Seiya. First time this year the Cubs have opened a game with 4 straight strikeouts.
They're just setting them up, Boog. They're just setting them up.
Okay.
Creating a false sense of confidence. Like yesterday, they went 9 up, 9 down, not strikeouts, but first 9 hitters of the game for the Cubs went down in order, and then they broke out in a big way, ended up scoring 9 runs.
The 1-1. Line drive, and that one is a fair ball down the left field line. Schmidt over to pick it up. It gets past him. Here's Suzuki to second, takes a big turn, and he puts on the brakes, and with 1 out, Seiya has himself a double. And that's a 9-game hitting streak for Seiya Suzuki.
That kind of sneaks up on it, doesn't it? A 9-game hitting streak for Seiya. This time the breaking ball stays in the zone and he jumps all over it. He hits a double, and this double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Woo, 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 woo. Get back here, Curly.
Group out of the stretch now deals. And Nico Horner takes inside. Check swing, and he went, says first base umpire Tyler Jones, I beg your pardon.
I'm not familiar with Tyler. He must be a newbie. He's a youngin'.
The 1-1. Corner fouls it away. All right, we're putting this up there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, I went there yesterday with 2 strikes. I went there yesterday.
This is blame the truck right here.
Yep.
On the ground to the right side, a rise.
Nico's going to come through. He's not going to strike out.
Yeah, there's 2 away. And the batter now will be Moises Ballesteros. Ballesteros in the 7 spot and doing the DH inning, hitting .240 with 6 homers and 23 knocked in. There's no score. We're in the top half of the second. Boog, JD, and Elise with you here from Oracle Park on a gorgeous night. 62 degrees at first pitch. Blue skies all day.
If you were with us for our Emmy Award-winning Open, we talked about all the good things the Cubs did yesterday. Pitching, defense, hitting. We didn't show you Moises Ballesteros stealing a bag. First ever.
First big league steal. That's a foul ball, says Tyler Jones. JD, let's go back to yesterday.
Yeah. A sneak attack. Nobody saw it coming. I asked Craig Counsell, does Mo have the green light now? He goes, absolutely.
One of my all-time favorite lines on Do I Have the Green Light, Skipper? Greg Zahn stole 2 bases once and said to Jim Leland, Skipper, do I have the green light? And he said, absolutely, Zahny. If I jump in the air and don't come down, you go. Taps softly on the ground to the right side. Arise picks it up, throws him out, and the Cubs can't do anything with a 1-out double. Midway in the second, no score.
It's bottom of the second, no score here in San Francisco. Javier Assad getting the start today, following up that great performance that he had Sunday. If only the Cubs could get the win in that one, because Craig Counsell said he should be the hero in that game. But also, it's just one of those games that with the way he was pitching, it's fun to watch, what his manager said. Now, I talked to Assad about it, and he said more than anything, he just tries to be mentally ready for the opportunity. So he said it was unfortunate the way in which it came up, but something that he always tries to do is just stay ready. He feels good, he feels healthy. And something that Counsell pointed out a few days ago is that if you look at the outings from Assad this season, you get a ground ball there to first base. 15 of the 17 runs that he's given up have come in 2 of the outings. So all in all, he has pitched really well on the season, and he's proving that he can get outs here in the big leagues.
He's established that, I mean, really from the jump. But I think that mentality that Elise touched on, JD, we remarked on it. I mean, he debuted in 2022, and it was late August, and you're watching him make a start and then hop over the chalk, and we were both like, who is this guy? Yeah. First offering to Adames, misses the mark.
Yeah, because first time in the big leagues, you would think maybe just kind of
unfazed.
Yeah, and he was like, this is who I am. I'm gonna do my thing.
And I don't feel like he's changed at all since then. That one bounced foul down the third baseline.
There it is. There's the move. The only thing he's changed is he doesn't pitch in his glasses anymore.
No more glasses. The 1-1. And Shane Robinson chasing after that. Willie Adames, noted Cubs killer. He's got the most homers against the Cubs since the start of 2021. And of course had a 2-homer game on June 5th. Taps that one foul. He's 0 for 17 with 9 strikeouts since that 2-homer game.
Think he got a little homer happy, Boog? Probably not. I mean, his game, he's always trying to pull the ball in the air. That's kind of what he does.
The 1-2. Check swing and a pitch upstairs. No swing, says Tyler Jones. Willie Adames helping in the appeal process. Oh.
Black bat.
Well, here we go. 2-2. Assad ready. Left side, and Dansby Swanson waiting and making the catch. 2 away.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on Frontier.
So 2 down, and here is Matt Chapman. He has stayed hot since that monster game against the Cubs. I mentioned that 2-homer performance by Adames. Chapman hit 2 homers in that 18-3 win, and he knocked in 8. And now when you go over Matt Chapman's last 7, he's hitting .609.
Yeah, with a bunch of slug too, right? I mean, I think he came into that series with just 1 home run and now has 6.
2 outs, bases empty. Assad says yes. Here it comes. On the ground, that's to the left side and Bregman. Chapman is out, and 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. End of 2 in San Francisco. Nothing. Live odds brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Carson Kelly at the dish. It will be Kelly, then Swanson, and then PCA. Carson making his 41st start at catcher. And Roop delivering downstairs and misses with that one for ball 1. See the overall numbers for Carson Kelly. Last 26 at just .238 and only 3 extra base hits, but he did homer yesterday.
Yeah, man, maybe that'll be the start of something good for Carson.
2-0. Roop here. Now that's outside. JD.
Yeah.
He's Roop 65. How in the world is he not Roop 66?
I don't know. Somebody needs to get on that.
Makes no sense. There's a strike to Kelly. 3-1.
I'm going to assume they haven't retired the number 66.
No, Dylan Smith is.
Oh, he's got it. Yeah.
One of their relievers. Yeah.
Get your kicks.
On Roop 65.
So close.
Here comes a 3-1. And a foul ball fills the count up on Carson Kelly.
Talked to Dustin Kelly, the fine hitting coach for the Cubs, in advance of Roop's start back at Wrigley, and he said he likes to work on the first floor, and our job is to get him up onto the second and third floor. Don't swing at that one down around the knees.
And a challenge. Susac.
Challenging the pitch.
Carson Kelly, and that's a strike. I mean, just barely.
Susac with a little wry grin. As if he got away with something there. So it's 5 strikeouts, 3 of them looking, and 3 of them coming on ABS challenges.
Susac 3 for 3. So 1 out, base is empty. One of the things for the Cubs that's necessary is to get more production out of their right-handed hitters. Look at this. Cubs right-handed hitters since May 1st are hitting .195. That's all of the right-handed hitters. I mean, that's a problem when the lefties are doing all the damage. As you mentioned, it roughly turns out to be 2 of every 3 pitchers you face will be right-handed. It's in that 66%-ish range, sometimes a little less than that. Sometimes it's 63 and the lefties are 27%, but my math right there? No, 70. Yeah, so 73.
I don't know, my brain. You start talking numbers, and I
my bad.
kind of get a little glazed over.
To 100. Let's pause. 1-2.
I see that's on the first floor. You don't want that.
Right.
It's down there in the basement. Yeah, and Counts mentioned that when we were meeting him with earlier today. We got to get more out of our righties, and that's why yesterday was encouraging with Bregman and Suzuki and Kelly all going deep.
Swanson helping Todd Tishner right there as he cleans off the plate. 1 out, base is empty, no score, top of the 3rd. Here's a 2-2.
I got a little note here on Todd Tishner.
Yeah, please.
67% of the challenges of Tishner have been overturned. And so it's 12 in a row now that have been challenged, that have been overturned. He's in a bit of a funk.
Swanson reaching. Devers wanders out into shallow right field near the line to make the catch, and there's 2 away.
It also says that typically Todd has one of the game's smaller strike zones, most notable on low pitches to right-handed batters. Suzak, you know, he's going to continue to challenge if he thinks he's right, but he's probably doing so with a little bit of an apologetic tone, like, sorry, man, don't mean to show you up, but I've got a better zone than you do tonight.
One yanked foul down the right side. It feels like with ABS, we continue to move towards a pretty much unified strike zone. That more and more you're looking at guys who's everybody's zone's getting closer and closer to being the same.
It's interesting. You know, there was a lot of talk that once this was implemented, at some point down the road, we'd go to a fully automated strike zone. I would argue, based on what we're seeing, you could justify getting rid of the challenge system altogether because we're seeing how good these guys are. But I think the strategic nature of the way the game is played now and how you use those challenges has created kind of a fun element, a strategy. So maybe this is the best situation.
Yes. And the drama attached with it. I certainly think the league office believes there's drama attached to it. 1-2 on PCA. And that's inside. Here's the other component, and just the unintended consequences. You go full ABS, you got teams out there that paid a catcher 5 years times X because he's a good framer. Once you take ABS out of the mix, framing becomes irrelevant. 2-2. Line drive, right center field. That's going to touch down, and it's cut off out there by Gilbert. PCA will cruise into second, and he's got a 2-out double. So the Cubs with a man in scoring position, and Pete Crow Armstrong stays high.
That one was headed to the wall, and I think it's all the way to the wall. It's going to be easily 3 bases for PCA. Drop anchor and settle for this 2-base hit out there in the triples alley.
A 16-game on base streak for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Well, vindication for Titcher.
Pitches the ball. San Francisco has 1 remaining.
Susak got a little.
I missed by a lot.
Yeah, he got a little carried away there. He was on a roll. Like a basketball player on a heater. He's just going to keep shooting.
That's in there for a strike. Heat check, you're saying?
Yeah, heat check. You think Titchener was tempted to lean over and go, take that, pal.
Bregman fouls it away.
I'd read a little blurb on Bregman earlier, and I asked him about it around the cage today, and he confirmed when he was 4 years old playing t-ball, the first game he played, he turned an unassisted triple play.
I love that.
Got the ball in the air, tagged the guy who was running towards him, then ran and stepped on second base. And when I asked him, he goes, yeah, those guys didn't know what they were doing. He was 4.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pete Crow Armstrong at second. Bregman waits. Popped up foul in back of the plate. Susak will watch that drop out of play. JD, you were mentioning Triples Alley.
Yeah.
Out there. See how far Triples Alley is?
Yep, 415.
That's on purpose. You know what the area code here in San Francisco is?
I'm going to guess 415.
That's right.
And you see the home run totals for some of the Giant greats. Don't sleep on Mel Ott.
Cubs looking to strike first. Bregman back in the box. Roop is ready. PCA edging away at second. And that one misses way up and way away.
We talked about him wanting to do work on the first floor. When you're that style of pitcher, sinker, changeup, curveball, down, 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 and then you try to elevate, it becomes a difficult pitch to execute sometimes. A bad miss as he tried to go up top.
Payoff pitch. Line drive into center field. Sinking. Gilbert there, and he makes the catch. Bregman lines to center, and the Cubs leave a man. We're midway in the third. Hey, bottom of the third here in San Francisco. Javier Assad will get back at it, as it'll be Drew Gilbert, Daniel Susac, and Luis Ariz for the Giants. 0-0. Assad paints the outside corner with a strike. That's some serious eye black.
Is that eye black or those stickers?
I think it's actual eye black. Yeah, absolutely. That's painted on there.
Yeah.
0-2 on the way. That's outside. I mean, that's straight up. Let's put this on and look cool, right? That has nothing to do with anything, yeah?
Haven't they kind of disproved the whole idea of eye black in terms of its ability to protect you from the sun?
What was the TV show, Mythbusters?
Yeah, I think it was Mythbusters that did it, right?
Did something on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are the lights.
Certainly don't need it at night.
Well,
those kids in the College World Series, they're not afraid
they
to get after it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gilbert is gone.
Javier Assad picking up where he left off against the Giants. This time it's a two-seamer. I think actually trying to throw that one in and drifted out up and away, but still got his man.
One down. Here's Daniel Susac. And there's a strike. Susac, his older brother Andrew, played a couple years with the Giants. And like the departed Patrick Bailey, they traded him on May 9th. This guy's a really good framer. Tonight he's been really good with the ABS. Pops that one foul.
Chipping in with the bat as well, hitting .309. He has not hit a home run yet. He hasn't had a ton of at-bats.
No score. We're in the last half of the third. And Assad misses outside.
Show him that sweeper out the outside corner. Maybe. Oh, and we're going to go big again. Go ahead.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. You were saying, JD.
Yeah, well, I thought they might, after working away, they might come inside, but they decided to double up with that sweeper. It was interesting to watch Carson Kelly kind of throw his hands out, basically saying, go ahead, throw it out there, throw it off the plate. We're going to get Chase here. You make the pitch, we'll get the swing. And he delivered.
2 down, and here is Ariz, a single his first time. And that extended his hit streak to 12 in a row. JD, this guy, much maligned for his defense, has played really good defense this season. He's hit. What else is new? But going into today, he was 7th in the NL, 12th in all of baseball in wins above replacement, according to Fangraphs. So he signed a 1-year, $12 million deal. Certainly appear he is reestablishing some value, and he's got a chance. Certainly looks like he'll be in the mix to win another batting title. He could become the first guy ever to win a batting title for 4 different teams.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. There's the race right now. up to the minute.
The 2-1.
Bill Madlock win a batting title with 3 different clubs?
Cannot answer that. In the air center field, Pete Crow Armstrong waves off. Seiya makes the catch, and Assad is set down 9 in a row. Hey, we're going to the 4th, and here in San Francisco, no score. Hoog and JD with you, along with Elise Menaker. Here's Michael Busch. And a swing and a miss. You know who's happy about the College World Series results of the day? Michael Busch.
I'm going to assume that Tar Heels won their game.
Heels beat Ole Miss. West Virginia beat Troy. Doesn't seem fair that West Virginia, the entire state, would play one guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Seems relatively lopsided.
Not fair. The 1-1. And Busch takes inside.
I watched some of that West Virginia Troy game. Our friend Taylor McGregor was working it.
Was she wearing sunglasses?
Yeah, they were doing some. J.J. Weatherholt, former Mountaineer, now Cardinal.
Yeah.
Apparently he
Good
had sunglasses for the whole team.
The 2-1.
But the cool part about it was after they won, I didn't know they did this. The whole team lines up and they're like arm in arm. And, and they get the whole crowd. They're all singing Country Roads.
Yep. Yeah, they do it every sport.
Yeah.
Here comes the 3-1. Inside, it almost hit him. And it's ball 4. Leadoff man is aboard, so a promising start here in the 4th.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. 847-825-4783. jeffvuk.com.
Ball 1 to Ian Happ, so a man aboard. One of the things we touched on with Landon Roop, he generates soft contact, he gets strikeouts. The one negative would be the walk rate. It's
a little bit above league average,
above 10%.
But you know, you strike people out, you keep it in the yard, you probably can live with a few extra walks, fewest home runs per 9 innings. Minimum 50 innings pitched, that puts Ben Brown at the top of the list. He'll go tomorrow for the Cubs.
And he'll go up against Trevor McDonald. So the Cubs basically will see 3 straight guys who like to work on the first floor of the basement.
Yeah.
3 straight sinker ballers, ground ball pitchers. Trevor McDonald tomorrow. On the ground, Devers will pick it up, spins and throws, and gets Busch. Man, you could see the intent immediately with Devers. He was not even contemplating first base.
No, that was a heck of a play. They said his work over at first base has been really good. I mean, he gets after this as he's fielding it. He starts to rotate to put himself in position to make that throw. There's obviously risk in this play, but it pays off. He gets bushy and nails that lead runner, keeps him out of scoring position.
Man, that is aggressive and really well executed. And a swing and a miss. Seiya Suzuki, a double, was left stranded back in the second. Cubs and the Giants, 0-0. And Susak will challenge.
The catcher challenging the pitch.
And that's a strike.
Pitch is a strike. San Francisco has 1 left.
JD, is that a good challenge right there? To be out of, I mean, like he got a chance to be out of challenges.
Yeah. It's a risky challenge. Man, like I said, he's flying close to the sun right now, Susak. He's just feeling it. Yeah, I think, well, we're fourth inning. It's still pretty early to be aggressive. It's obviously a scoreless game, so there is some leverage in this situation, but it wasn't a decision pitch. It wasn't either a walk or a strikeout.
I didn't have an Icarus reference in the fourth inning. I didn't see that coming. Pop foul out of play. You got any other Greek mythology up your sleeve?
You know, we could get into the whole Sisyphus thing.
Yeah, we could.
Pushing the rock up the hill.
Nah.
In relation to the Cubs' offensive woes.
Two. Hit hard, just foul.
Ball dude. Oh, ankle burger. Yesterday, it was all good news for Seiya Suzuki as he did this. A little cement mixer in on his hands. But the bases loaded. Feldner is not happy at all. Nico was. I love you, man.
You said thank you. Oh, man. So it's Happ over there at first, one out. Seiya awaits a 3-2. There goes the runner. And it's fouled away. Elise, what about the hugging Cubs?
Yeah, so in that moment with Nico, he said that it made him happy because, you know, when he was rounding the bases, we were like, oh, he's so fired up. He said that was actually just frustration coming out because they've missed opportunities in those situations. And so that was more so him being frustrated. And here he said, you know, we've all been going through it, haven't had those hits in the big moments, so maybe this can be a breakthrough.
There goes Happ. That's drilled left center field. That one back, and it's off the base of the wall. Happ to third. Quentin Berry's going to send him. Happ to the plate. Here's the throw. One hop gets away. Ian is in. Suzuki to third, and it's 1-0. Cubs with the lead. Make a play is what Quentin Berry did right there, and Happ gets in.
Third hit of the game, all two base hits. Watch Ian Happ as Seiya pumps this one to the gap in left center. Brief hesitation just to make sure nobody's going to make a play on that. And then he gets back up to top speed. Aggressive send here by Q, and it pays off. I mean, the relay, everything well executed by the Giants. Just a tough hop for Susak to handle.
Double RBI, third on the throw. Infield comes in. And a pitch down and away. So Seiya with a pair of doubles here tonight. The 1-0. And Horner takes a strike. That was a curveball. JD, we don't talk about the third base coach very frequently, except in relation to he got the guy thrown out. That's a pretty good send right there. Gig. I think the other thing we talked about in light of the ABS challenges, if Quentin Berry is 100% in terms of his success rate of sending guys, he's doing it wrong.
Not taking enough chances.
Because there's value you're leaving on the table. Right there, it was aggressive. And it's not easy to throw a guy out at the plate from, I don't know, Adames 180 feet away.
Yeah, those are all the calculations you make as a third base coach. One is a big ballpark. That ball is out there. It's 400 feet away when they retrieve it. So they're going to make two strong throws, two accurate throws with a kind of a handleable, catchable, that's a better word, ball for the catcher.
I like handleable.
Take a hodgepodge for 600, please.
The Lemoyne Dolphins say he's one of our own.
I feel like Dizzy Dean just making up words.
Chapman, Adames, Arise, Devers all squeezed in. 3-2. High fly ball left field. Backing up is Schmidt. Back to tag is Suzuki. Seiya will tag. Here's the throw to the plate, cut off. Sacrifice fly, Nico Horner, and the Cubs lead it 2-0.
When Nico's right, he's absolutely the guy you want up there in that situation because he strikes out so infrequently. And this time with the infield in, he's able to get it airborne, and Suzuki able to cruise on home.
All in, no strikes on Ballesteros. Cubs with a lead here.
Just to circle back on that send of Happ, you know, with 2 outs, it's a no doubt set. Absolutely something. Nobody out. That's probably no. Let's just stop right here. So 1 out becomes the gray area.
Yeah, I like it. I think you take some chances, you force the issue, and maybe that's in part how things get going. The 2-1. On the ground to the right side. Arise gobbles it up. And Ballesteros retired. Cubs scored twice. This slide brought to you by Wisconsin Dells. Plan your getaway at WizDells.com. You're Assad back at it. Stay hot, Seiya. And Eldridge laces a liner to right at Seiya. Base hit. And Eldridge with a leadoff single.
Well, it's hot coming off his bat. Big, strong kid. And they caught him looking at that inside fastball last time. This time he's wise to watch him drop his hands into the slot and just buggy that one, buggy whip it to right.
Casey Schmidt here. Schmidt popped out his first time. Tap softly, third base side of the mound. Assad picks it up and throws him out. Good agile play by Javier Assad.
Gatto. Probably didn't need to barehand this one, but when you're pursuing that and your back's to the base runner, you're not sure how much time you have. Did a nice job getting his hands on it and then kind of getting himself a grip he could work with. Nice.
Get you in for a strike to Devers. I'll tell you what, El Gato S. Flaco, I feel like he's dropped some weight, hasn't he? Javier Assad?
Yeah, he might be down a little bit. He's pitching with such intent. It's like he's out there, his body language and everything says, I'm on top of things. Basically sending a message. Don't be sending me back to Iowa. I belong here.
Cups his ear. What do you say, Carson Kelly? Carson on a mobile. Come in. Hello. The 1-1.
In spring training, I noticed the same thing. He said in the offseason he lost 12 pounds. So maybe he's still keeping it off.
Yeah, he looks good. No glasses. And he continues to get big league hitters out. Pickoff play on, and he threw it away. Right into the lumberyard. So it'll go E1, and it just wasn't necessary.
Yeah, you'll see Carson Kelly. You see that right arm pop out there. That's the signal, the timing to make that throw.
Just don't feel like he's far enough off there.
No,
Devers fouls it away.
Unless they have some kind of an advance report. This is, Eldridge, the kid's vulnerable out there. Sometimes gets a little spacey on the bases or whatever. And I'm not saying they have that. I'm just saying sometimes I think that's what teams will take a shot at a guy they feel like might get a little checked out.
I am so in on the term spacey on the bases.
Yes.
One out. Eldridge is at third. That is in there, and Devers is gone.
Devers, I think, was contemplating a challenge. He went to the bill of his helmet as he looked back at Titchener, but did not ultimately challenge. Great movement on that two-seamer. He starts to go to his helmet and then just goes to the bill.
And that's a strike by a lot.
And it just adjusts it. Yeah.
There's Jung-Hoo Lee now. Pitch inside. It almost hit him.
He hit it hard first time up, but to Michael Busch, who made a nice play on him. Huge strikeout with that man on third base of Devers. He just didn't get the come on back run on that one.
Lee has been great in these spots this year. 2 outs, runners in scoring position. 9 out of 18. Coming in, he's hitting 18 straight, and 500 is his average over that stretch. On the ground, Horner sliding on a bounce. He'll collect it, and Assad able to pitch around the leadoff single. He's fired up. He's got a 2-0 lead as we head to the 5th. Carson Kelly will step to the plate as we go to the 5th, and the Cubs have a 2-0 lead here at Oracle Park. John Sciambi, Jim DeShays, Elise Menaker, and Landon Roop will get back at it. Delivers to Kelly.
Nico doing his thing out at second base. Lee hits the ball hard. Nasty hop. And no issues for Nico. Javier Assad is fired up. 10 1/3 scoreless for Javi against the Giants. This is maybe the best offensive team in baseball over the last month. He's shutting them down.
Since May 11th, they have 123 extra base hits. That's into tonight. The number 2 team, the Dodgers, had 99. I mean, so the gap between 1 and 2 is just massive.
And it's they've had this huge game, that 18-run game against the Cubs. Earlier in the week, they'd scored 19 against the Brewers.
Cubs looking to add on here at the top of the 5th. That one misses inside.
See that guy behind home plate trying to be Marlin Man, but he's not fooling us.
I do see that guy.
So he's taking a picture with his phone now.
Yeah.
Got the sideways visor and everything.
Is he wearing a Marlins jersey? Yeah, he is. He's faux Marlin Man.
It's faux Marlin Man next to faux Guy Fieri.
Carson Kelly takes a real ball 4. And the leadoff man is aboard. Guy Fieri.
He's a Cub fan.
He's a Cub fan.
Yeah. You know those guys right there behind home plate. I love it. It's like, what are you going to be for Halloween? I'm going to be Marlin Man.
Dansby Swanson swings and misses. Giants have activity in the bullpen. The lefty Eric Miller is up and throwing. There he is. Swanson swings and misses.
Bullpen's been a Bit of a concern for the Giants.
Sore spot.
Sore spot. ERA of 8 and change in the month of June.
Swanson takes outside. Tony Vitello, Pride Night here at the ballpark. So you see the caps the Giants are wearing. Vitello in his first year as a major league manager. On the ground, foul of third. Quentin Berry right there.
Yeah, doing it all. Good sense, good plays. You know, I feel like it's a thing. Like every year, somebody puts out a poll of the best-looking major league managers. Tony's probably right at the top of the list, huh? A handsome man.
Good-looking fella. The 1-2. Foul out of play. Well,
let's watch Q do his thing down here. See, he kind of reads the bounce.
Man.
Can of corn.
Speaking of Tony Vitello,
yep.
You were cheating on me with Jason Benetti. I was cheating on you with Doug Lanville. This was this past Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. Man.
And we were in a meeting with Tony Vitello. The 1-2. In the air, popped up Adames, backpedaling and makes the catch. And so in the meeting, Jason Benetti asked, okay, so who are you a fan of? By the way, Budweiser broadcast booth is Bud's for you for 150 years. Cubs fans, you knew it. He says, were you were a Cardinal fan? You grew up in St. Louis. He said, no, I was a Cubs fan. And then the coolest thing in that meeting, Anthony Rizzo looks at Tony Vitello and says, where were you November 2nd, 2016? Fly ball center field. And Gilbert makes the catch. And Tony Vitello looks at Anthony Rizzo and said, I was in Cleveland with my dad. And he got really emotional.
Yeah.
His eyes watered, and he looked at Anthony Rizzo and he said, thank you.
Yeah, he said he grew up a big Cub fan and because of his dad.
Yeah.
And loved the Hawk, and then Rhino was his guy.
Really neat.
And I think the way he said it, he had a brother-in-law who had done pretty well financially. And so when the Cubs had a big lead in Game 6, realizing there would be a Game 7, the brother-in-law said, "We need to get Dad to the game," and he helped fund the tickets and the trip.
Yeah, really cool memory, but he was emotional.
Yes.
Talking.
Yeah. Coming out of that meeting, he's an easy guy to root for.
Yeah. Kelly over there at first. Bregman. Here's a 1-1. Line drive, slicing right center field. Kelly on the move. Gilbert will pick it up. Kelly to third. He'll hold there. Bregman dives in with a double. And with 2 outs, the Cubs have runners at second and third.
Well, Bregman, a strikeout victim his first time up. A good swings the last 2. In the third, he lined out to center field. This time he finds some open real estate in right center. Something we haven't seen a lot from him lately. Driving that ball into that right center gap. Carson Kelly chugging hard. Sore thigh and all.
Yeah, he's gotten hit a number of times. So Bregman with the 2-bagger, and out to the mound. Tony Vitello will make the pitching change. Brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Cubs in 15, presented by Felco. You got your game recap every morning. Tune in tomorrow at 8, 9, or 10 a.m. for highlights from tonight's game, or catch it anytime on the Marquee app or YouTube. Do you need a Krug and Kipe have like a popcorn maker next door? I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure
they're
what's
cooking
going on.
popcorn, like literally right in the booth. Beer matchup right here as that pitch gets away from Susac. Miller and Bush.
He's got good numbers at Coors. There are the numbers for Miller. He's not Miller Lite. He's a big dude. This is his 24th appearance, .419 ERA. Ground ball guy, and he can strike you out too. Control is an issue. Does walk more than his fair share. 6'5", 269 he is listed at. The bullpen ERA for the month of June for the Giants. I would say pretty woeful.
The 1-1. That is hammered right field. That one back on its way, and it is gone. Michael Busch splashed down McCovey Cove, and the Cubs have opened up a 5-0 lead. And for Busch, number 8.
Yeah, not just a home run, but off a lefty. That's been an issue for Michael Busch, and he unloads here. Much like yesterday, the Cubs able to play add-on after getting a lead. Martello goes to his lefty. Understandable. The numbers would tell you that's the play. But Busch counters. Susak's having a hard time holding Miller here.
How about Michael Busch? He cracks open a cold one.
It's the yeast he could do.
No, there's somebody at home. Would you make it stop? Just stop.
Bring on all the dad beer jokes you can possibly come up with. Hey, it's 5-0. It's a Friday night.
5-zip. Swing and a miss from Happ.
Home run replay is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Left on left. No issues for Michael Busch. Into the Cove he goes. Hey, you know, tomorrow we should put Elise out there in a kayak and let her paddle around for 6 or 7 innings.
Elise, thoughts?
No, I'm good. It's freezing out. The thought of going in any sort of water is like a no. You said crack open a cold one. I saw Michael Busch. I don't know if it's like hot chocolate or something. There was steam coming out of a cup to prove my point. So
there you go. Happ lifts that in the air out towards left center. And a catch made by Schmidt. Michael Busch puts a charge into one. Splashdown hit to right. And his 3-run blast has given the Cubs a 5-0 lead. Bottom 5, Willie Adames. And that is in for a strike.
Man, he'll be on the attack now. He's got a little cushion.
The 1-1 to Willie Adames. Swing and a miss. The heater at 91. It's a Cubs starting staff that doesn't throw especially hard. In fact, if you look at 2-seam, 4-seam velocity, Cubs are last in terms of starting pitcher velo. But Assad has shown an ability throughout his career to get outs despite not striking out a ton of people. His lifetime strikeout rate is about 19%. 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's got 5 of them here tonight.
Just gives you a lot of different looks when he's got that 2-seamer going. That's kind of the foundational pitch for him. Then he can spin it, a little slider there. He'll throw the sweeper, curveball, straight change.
So the Cubs leading 5-0, fresh off the win yesterday in Denver.
Oh. Take a breath.
The side goes to the rosin bag. 2-0. There's the skipper, Craig Counsell. That one misses upstairs. By the way, if you're a Cubs fan and you were or are in San Francisco earlier today and you thought you saw the manager on a seated scooter scooting around the city, you did. Chapman misses inside and it's ball 4.
Well, it kind of came out of nowhere. 1 out, nobody on. Hadn't walked a man all night.
Can I make one editorial comment, by the way? Because I did depose the witness. Can we stop with the he got ejected on purpose to fire up the team?
Yeah. Is that out there? Is that the narrative?
A little bit. I mean, they screwed up the call, and he's going to go out there, and once he realizes what's happening, I would say he's getting ejected.
Yeah, because he's got no recourse.
That's right.
I mean,
because they can't review the play,
it.
and they screwed it up. But he is not saying, I'm going to go get ejected to fire up my team. Promise.
Well, it's funny. Flash, Brian Flaherty, the bench coach, I was talking to him on the plane, and he said, he goes, we talked to the guys in the video room, and they said it's definitely a foul ball. And so Flash was out there in the field, and I was thinking, okay, he's out there to pull Craig's so he doesn't get ejected. And Flash was out there going, you're right, man. It's a foul ball, like egging him on.
To first, Bush up with it. To second one. Dansby back to first, 2. 3-6-3, and that was a thing of beauty.
Seven innings, only allowing an unearned run. The Cubs they were then 43-18 for their best 61-game start since 1907. Cubs manager Joe Maddon said after the game, I've been on a team with this kind of record in the minor leagues, but never in the majors. And then John Lester said, not a lot of us have answers for what's going on. Enjoy it while we can. I mean, hey guys, when things are going right, you don't ask questions. You just try to keep doing what you're doing.
That's right. And it's 5-0 here. Elise, how's your temperature? You all right? You warm enough down there?
Yes? Question mark?
I don't know.
Look, we're going to put
that.
on we have a plan. We're putting on the other jacket in the 7th because then I just want to feel like I'm warm. Can't do it too soon.
Why?
Well, then what if I start getting cold and I have no more layers?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't think it works that way.
I don't
It's
either.
just
I
how
think
my mind
if you're
works.
cold, go ahead,
Yeah,
put the
go
extra
ahead,
layer
go
on.
ahead.
I've been cold since before the game, okay?
Put the extra layer on.
How about this nifty little double play? Michael Bush has been so good there at first base. Quickly to Dansby. And right back, little 3-6-3 action.
That'll warm you up. One and 2 on Seiya Suzuki, who's got a pair of hits, both doubles.
There's a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Giants. It's the Warden, J.T. Brubaker. He's working for the 24th time. Got a 3.18 ERA.
Do they call him the Warden?
I do.
Swing and a miss. Suzuki is down on strikes.
It's some kind of split. It's behaved like a knuckleball. Say way out of the zone.
JD, since you're the sheriff, are you guys kind of distant cousins?
Brothers in law enforcement.
Here's your 1.
Baker cut his teeth with the Pirates, debuted with them in 2020. 21 and 22. Took a regular turn in their rotation. Last year he was with the Yankees a little bit before joining the Giants.
Popped in the air, long run Devers. And down where the bullpen used to be, not able to make the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Colorado Rockies come to town Monday, 3-game series. Tickets are still available, Cubs.com/tickets. There's Nico, and there's Nico. It's good producing right there.
Yeah, it is. 1-2. On the ground, left side. Chapman picks it up. Throws to first. Horner is out, and there's 2 away. JD, back to Elise Menaker for a second.
Yep.
Elise, every time there's a trip to San Francisco, there's a little bit of a battle, and she just has not come to terms with the fact, and I've had this conversation with her, with
Yes,
the fact that
true.
even though we're in California, the weather here is different than it is in LA and San Diego.
It's a big state.
It's
There's a lot going on.
inappropriate. I mean, this is absurd. It's summer.
This is lovely.
Lovely.
This is lovely, Mark Twain.
Love you, Elise.
Love you.
Stay warm.
Brr. Elevate your next outing on Eero Suite level. All-inclusive private suites start at 8 guests for select games. Cubs.com/premier for the deets.
Upside down. Inside
Were they playing that between innings?
down. Diana Ross. Upside down. Ball and no strikes on Susak. Javier Assad outstanding here tonight. Nothing new really. On the ground, a short right at Dansby. Gathers it in. 1 down.
Yeah, Elise mentioned it earlier. Came into this one having allowed 17 runs this year, 15 of those runs coming home in 2 outings. A start in Philadelphia where they touched him up for 9. And then the Dodgers put a 6 spot on him in a relief appearance at Dodger Stadium in 2 innings. Aside from that, he's been outstanding. A little different look there. A little get over curveball looked like.
That one off of Assad. Bush grabs it, and he missed the tag on Rise. And Quentin Berry barking at the first base umpire Tyler Jones saying, what about out of the baseline? They're going to look at it.
I think they're going to look, and I think the video room is arguing that the tag was applied.
And now Craig Counsell will head out to the mound with the trainer to just see if Assad is okay. They're taking a second look, a second opinion. Always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Well, let's take a look here from overhead. Fortunate bounce. And Bushiana quickly. Tyler Jones.
Overturning the runners out. Chicago retains their challenge.
Nice play, Michael Bush.
So it'll go 1-3 as they overturn it. Assad is going to stay in the game. Assad hopping up and down. Where did lower leg?
Yeah, I'm not sure. And I'm guessing maybe in the calf. Look at him. He's ready to go. You ever go to a rodeo, Boog?
Never been.
Yeah, I lived in Texas for a while, and a rodeo is a big thing down there. And he's like one of those bulls waiting to come out of the gate.
All right, so they challenged it in Super Mo.
Boom, got him on the helmet.
Bang.
Yep.
Did you see a rise on the ground was giving him to Dikembe Mutombo? Giving him no. Like Bush got the last laugh. See? Good stuff from our guys in the truck. Well done. That's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
He's got a chance to win himself a Gold Glove this year, huh?
He's been really good.
Look out, ball dude. That's scary for the ball dude down there. We got a couple really seniors here working.
Yeah, that's Henry Wilshusen.
Yeah, he's 77, Boog.
Pride of Fresno. Married for 56 years. On the ground, Horner smothers it, picks it up, and then he threw it away. And Kelly going to retrieve it. Eldridge will make it to second.
It'll be a base hit and an error. That's a tough error trying to make a play. Another outstanding play to flag this ball down. Eldridge initially was not going to advance, but as the ball rolled around, off he went. It took him a brief second to find it, and then he flung it. Probably shouldn't have.
And now a visit from Tommy Hotovy.
Just to kind of slow things down a little bit, let everybody regroup. See if we get a little something going in the bullpen. Sure, there's Hobie Milner.
So Milner getting loose. And again, you're getting through that dreaded third time through the order. So a hit and an error is the official ruling.
Yeah, and you've got after Schmidt here, it's a couple of lefty bats, Devers and Lee.
Tapped foul past Gary Pettis, and that one heading down towards Tony Graham.
Tony clanked it.
Tony's pushing 80.
Yeah. He lived next door to Tim Lincecum, and he once mowed Jim Davenport's lawn as a kid. Well, probably more than once, actually. Jim Davenport, who played for the Giants many years ago. And he owns an Irish pub in Mendocino. Yeah, go hang out at Tony's.
Absolutely.
I think early in the game there was a hot shot down his way. They got a little ankle burger. How long do you think the legal language is on the waiver that these guys have to sign, right?
The ball dudes?
Yeah.
Popped up, Bush. And Michael makes the catch. Schmidt retired. And that's the Giants' half of the six. Good news in San Francisco, it's 5-0. Five zip. As the Cubs have the lead, and we go to the seventh. And Carson Kelly at the plate. And JT Brubaker delivers a strike with a slider. on the ground foul of third.
Look out. Oh, man. Another hot shot.
That's Tony.
That's Tony, yeah.
Loves work. You think that's Tony's glove?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think if you want to be a ball dude, the game is probably in your blood. And he probably still plays catch with his grandson or something.
Yep. That's Henry. Popped up, Devers, Arise, and coming on is Lee.
Treat your guests to an all-inclusive bleacher experience in prime home run territory. The Budweiser patio is perfect for large corporate outings or special occasions with family and friends. For details, visit cubs.com/premier.
That is drilled center field, sinking, and a base hit. Dansby Swanson hit that right on the button. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, 104 miles an hour off the bat. That might have been knuckling. He's looking to the dugout.
Said, I want
Give me the ball.
Well, it's been a rough go for Dansby, no question about it. You know he's going to help you with the glove and running the bases. It's just been a hard time for him at the plate, but that was smoke to center and has to feel great.
Give me the ball.
Ball and no strikes on PCA, who's doubled in 3 at-bats. Fouled into the mitt of Susac, and you see PCA, some of the adjustments he's made. He's gotten deeper in the box. His feet have gotten closer together. He's gotten closer to the plate, and his hands have lowered. Yeah, that's a good idea of the feet closer together and being deeper. And you see the hands down a bit. And he's put up some really good numbers. And you look at the improved offense combined with that defense, he leads the National League in WAR. The 1-1. In the air out towards right center field. Lee waits on it. And Swanson back to first, 2 down.
Cubs have 6 hits here tonight, 5 for extra bases. That knock for Dansby, the first singleton for the Cubs tonight. 4 doubles and the Bush home run. That's a little segment I like to call look at the scorebook and tell people what you see.
You got any
double home run?
You have any markers for nice plays?
I haven't. I should though, right? I usually do put a little star. That 3-6-3 double play, that one play Nico made.
So the 3-6-3. That's definitely a sandwich between our buddies. Got Dwayne Kuiper, Mike Kirko to our right, John Miller, Dave Fleming to our left. Slicing liner, that one hanging up a bit. Gilbert is there and he makes the catch. Bregman retired. The Cubs leave a man. Time to stretch in San Francisco. Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results. Back here in San Francisco as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Rafael Devers at the plate, so he'll be Milner into the game. JD, how about the job tonight from Javier Assad?
Boy, just outstanding. Not easy facing the same club back-to-back outings, and he delivered both times. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time, and when this one comes down, Rafael Devers will be out number 1. Let's take a look at the numbers for the lanky lefty. 32nd appearance now for Hobie, 29 1/3 and a 3.99 ERA. He owes these Giants a little bit. They got him in that blowout game back at Wrigley.
Pitch in for a strike to Jung-Hoo Lee, who has his 18-game hit streak on the line. Milner. That's pushed foul out of play.
Back on the 5th, the Giants scored 6 runs against Hobie in a 1/3 of an inning. That represents basically half the runs he's allowed this year. He's allowed 13 runs, so just under a half. So you throw that one out, and his ERA's in the low 2s.
Here's a 1-2. Scoop foul out of play. And that'll find the seats. Yeah, Milner's done good work. For the Cubs, team ERA is 19th best in baseball. The starters are 28. The pen's 10th. The guys out of the pen have done pretty good work.
They've been fine.
Craig Counsell looking on with Ryan Flaherty in the background, observing, evaluating. This one drilled right center field. Suzuki is there, and he makes the catch. That was hit hard. And a good jump and a good grab. Seiya's played improved defense this year.
Well, quality start from Javi tonight. It's brought to you by National Car Rental. Speed, control, winning, confidence, quality plus. 6 innings of scoreless baseball and just 3 hits, struck out 5 and walked 1. That line very much like his line last week at home against the Giants. And that one he went 6 1/3 and allowed just 1 hit.
Adames here 0 for 2. Giants have just 3 hits. And a challenge from Carson Kelly.
I love the interplay between the catcher and the hitter.
Yep.
I wish we could put a microphone on him.
Carson Kelly is immortal.
2 remaining.
It's like you get a sense that sorry, dude.
Carson Kelly is the king of the ABS. 0-2 now. Is he at about 85% in that range?
Agents now, when they prepare like arbitration cases.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my guy was 82% correct on his challenges. We were talking with Carson earlier, and I think I referenced this article the other day. There was an article, one of the websites, about catchers getting dinged up more on foul tips in the groin, in the thigh. Carson said his thigh's been hit like in the same spot like 3 times recently. But they're not taking as many shots to the head because it's down on one knee. They're lower. So the umpires are taking more blows on the high ones.
The third, Bregman in, pats the glove, throw off line, tag, and he's out. Michael Busch corrals the throw, puts the tag on Adames. Will they look at it? Tony Vitello, check it.
San Francisco challenging the out call at first base.
You're taking a second look, a second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
This would be a time to be aggressive with the challenge if you're the Giants. Down 5 in the 7th.
I think he got him, but I think his foot was on the base.
Yeah. He got the back foot. And he doesn't get him there, I don't think. It's hard to tell. We lose sight of the base runner momentarily.
That's a good point. I can't tell if he got him there.
It feels like that's the first point of contact right there. I wouldn't be surprised if they overturn this.
I think the only thing is there any chance that he may have tagged him on the knee?
Yeah, there is a chance for sure. And if that's the case,
field stands, the runner's out.
Yeah,
San Francisco loses their challenge.
Yeah, so again, that's what happens. Call stands because they didn't have incontrovertible.
Ooh, I would have said clear and convincing. You went incontrovertible. It was like 6 syllables.
Top 8, 5-0 Cubs. And Michael Busch at the plate against the new pitcher, Sam Hentges.
Another giant. He's a big dude, 6'8", 255, on for the 13th time. Despite all those walks. Able to post a 193 ERA.
JD, does it look like Sam Hentges going upper body commando on a cool day?
Yeah. At least probably has that next layer on by now.
Elise?
I do, and I'm having tea delivered.
Left side, long throw, and Chapman, man, he is something else. What an arm on that guy, and he steals a hit from Michael Busch.
Well, there's been some really nice defense on both sides here tonight. Chapman, one of the best in the business. See where he's positioned, well off the line, so he's got to go get it. He's got an impossible angle, but his arm is a difference maker.
Giants defense overall, I would say, has been okay, middle of the pack-ish when you look at everything so far this year. In terms of turning ground balls into outs, it is something they're very good at, top 10, and it's important just because they got so many guys that generate ground balls. We're going to see another tomorrow in McDonald. We'll see another on Sunday in Logan Webb.
Yeah, I wonder if like some of the defensive metrics that don't like the Giants, I wonder if it's because of their outfield play. That's is he recovering out there? Bar of soap or something?
Something like that. They had the tarps off out there.
Looked like a bar of Irish Spring.
Yeah. They still making Irish Spring?
I don't know.
Tarps off. We just found out from Cooper Stats, Ethan Cooperson, they do still make Irish Spring.
You never know what you're going to ask your stats guy to come up with.
That's right.
Yeah,
believe it.
Coop has a broad base of knowledge.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Hentges kicks and fires. And a little roller back to the mound.
Whoop.
And Hentges almost threw it away. All right, so we come here to San Francisco and we get to see our buddies. And on the left, all the way to the left for the Bay Area sports, Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow. And then to our right, well, it depends, to our left, but you understand that John Miller and Dave Fleming are on the other side. They're doing the radio. John, who's won the Fort Frick Award. And then Kruk and Kite next door, every time they've signed a baseball for me, they sign it as Ford Frick Loser.
Yeah, that's they got great booths out here on both sides. Really good stuff. They have a lot of fun.
Those are my guys. They man, they're fun and funny, and they still really like baseball.
Kruk came out with one the other day that I won't repeat.
Yeah.
But
in relation to tarps off,
yeah.
They are the best. Bounce just foul the third.
Right,
yeah.
Tony? Busy, yes, sir.
Kruger, former
Cub, yeah.
Former Cub. Yeah. Dwayne Kuiper, of course, one career homer. And it came off Steve Stone.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Do you
John
think
Miller.
that comes up anytime the Giants and the White Sox get together? I think that.
No. Never. The 1-2 is inside. Seiya lurching out of the way. And then John Miller and Dave Fleming do a magnificent job on the radio for the Giants. Popped up. Susac is there to make the catch. The Cubs are done in their half of the 8th. End of 7.5 here from Oracle. 5-0.
How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines. Michael Busch into the cove. Got a breaking ball from Miller. Plunked it into the water. Sauteed and simmered. 387 feet. Score your next flight at AA.com.
Here's Trent Thornton, new dad.
If you're wondering, splash hits by Cubs into the cove. Michael Busch joins Jock Peterson, Robel Garcia, remember him? Ben Zobrist and Corey Patterson, the first to do it back in 04.
Up the middle, gets past Thornton, but not Nico, who's there, and Chapman is out.
Good contact, bad aim. Nico right there takes that high hop into the midsection.
Drew Gilbert. Elise Medeker touched on the beginning of the broadcast. Thornton back off the paternity list. And he and his wife welcomed a new baby, their son Hayes.
Little cutie. Quality baby, huh? Big
quality. Oh, Nico gets up. And he got him. What a play. Oh, man. Nobody does it better. Nico Horner.
Little Carly Simon. Nobody does it better. He's been busy out there tonight. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, spectacular.
Oh, no. I think he just got hit in the spot.
Close to it, yeah. He throws that ball away in disgust.
He did. He just got hit in the spot where the bruise is. Oh, my gosh. Carson, I am so sorry. He has a bruise, he said, and it may have gotten his hand, but I think it got his leg. Mainly, right?
Yeah, I think he might have got a little of both.
Oh. And we were having a little bit of fun. He's in some pain. Right field, Suzuki has it. And the Giants are done in the 8th. We're headed to the 9th in San Francisco.
And look at the Hall of Famer Hack Wilson, Lewis Robert Hack Wilson, named for a nickname for pro wrestler George Hackenschmidt, 5'6", and wore a 5.5 shoe, weighed 2 and change, at 356, 56 homers, 190 RBI. Later changed to 191 in 1930. That was a great hitting year, but big time performance from Hack. And he started his career with the Giants, 23 through 25. Elected by the Veterans Committee to the Hall of Fame in 1979. Built like a fullback. Here's Ryan Walker. Supposed to be the closer. Certainly a high leverage option for them late. Really struggled. Was demoted to AAA and just recalled. This is his first appearance. It's being called back up. Hack Wilson, 190 home runs for the Cubs, 11th all time, just 2 ahead now of Ian Happ.
That is lined and caught at third by Chapman. You know, you look at Nico Horner, and he's had this stretch where there's almost, over the course of about 30 games, 100 points difference between batting average and expected batting average.
Yeah, so you tell yourself, trust the process, keep getting good pitches, hit the ball hard sooner or later, and clearly it has to be really frustrating, though.
Yeah, it's a results-based game.
Yeah.
And this one line, but curling foul down the right side. Walker, when he comes set, it basically looks like he's throwing it into the Giants' dugout.
Kind of faces that way, closes off that front side, and then throws across his body. Gets that kind of leverage or torque against that front side, and he's really able to spin that breaking ball.
Break his bat. I believe he did. So Ballesteros tonight gets the start at DH, and it's been the evening of 4-3.
As opposed to the summer of 42.
Yep.
That was a Andy Van Slyke line from way back in the day.
Yeah, he said it was the summer of 4-3.
He just grounding out to second base.
Over and over. The 1-2.
Andy Van Slyke also said when he was asked what the difference between playing on the road and at home, he said on the road they really frown on it when I go downstairs in the morning in my underwear for a bowl of cereal.
2-2. Oh,
he could play. Outstanding center fielder,
Yeah.
good hitter. Pirates and Cardinals from Utica, New York.
It almost gets lost because of Bonilla and Bonds on those teams, but a really good player. 2-2. Upcoming will be pitch number 9. What do you have in mind here, Jim?
I would say invent a pitch. Something you haven't thrown yet. Just working him over. Walker's probably going to go sinker here and just hoping to get another ground ball to the right side.
2-2 to Bally. And he struck him out. Ballesteros is gone. Carson Kelly coming up to the plate. We go downstairs. Elise Menaker.
It was last half inning. We saw Carson. Oh no! Get hit in the thigh and the hand. Oh, just one of the parts of the job, and so it reminds me of this. Yeah, the obvious shirt. So this was when I interviewed him pregame in Pittsburgh. If you remember there, he got hit by a pitch like straight in the ribs. So that was the next day. So very fitting. Probably feels it now too.
Well, do you remember last year, and we joked about this pregame, he got hit between the legs, and it took him a little while to shake it off. It appeared he was going to be okay, and so I made the comment he likes to wear a shirt that says everything hurts, but right now something specific hurts. And he thought that was funny.
After a while.
And it is brought to you by Wintrust. Javier Assad, more excellent work. He's gone 12 1/3 shutout innings against the Giants this year. Suzuki a pair of doubles, but it was Michael Busch with that 3-run homer in the 5th, and that really the big one. So the Cubs trying to secure the final 3 outs in Game 1 here in San Francisco. Ben Brown, Trevor McDonald scheduled tomorrow. Top of the order, Arise, Eldridge, and Schmidt.
First sign of trouble, the Cubs will get the bullpen busy.
Fly ball right field, playable for Seiya. Yeah, there's one away.
The Giants had that crazy come from behind win the other day against the Nationals when Eldridge hit the walk-off grand slam. Actually, they scored 5 in the bottom of the 8th and 5 in the bottom of the 9th.
They were down 9-1 going to the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a comeback right there.
Big time.
A walk-off grand slam.
Wonder what the win probability was before all that started.
Whee! Yeah, I didn't see the Sarah Lang's tweet on that one, but I'm sure it exists. I guess the Sarah's probably watching right now. 5-zip here. Cubs got a great effort from Javier Assad. And the offense got going in the middle innings.
Look out. That was a scud. The old 55-footer. Make sure Trent's okay. The awkward finish.
He'll ramp out there. Oh, he's struggling with it.
Yeah. So as you glide down the mound, sometimes you could catch a spike or something, and so he's just trying to do a little landscaping there. It's not going to be charged as a mound visit, just a conversation about trying to get through this inning without having to bring out the grounds crew. But I would suggest if I were Trent and the Cubs, if it were to happen one more time, if he's just not comfortable, then maybe they are going to do it now. Get out there with that tamper. Here they come. Come on, fellas.
Let's go.
Clearly, they're not fond of the ground screw here.
Well, it's just like it's curling, right?
Yeah.
Well, they got to water it,
Down.
spray it. Then you got to get some of the
Compound.
yeah clay. I'm almost positive that clay's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's the hole he just dug. He just tried to dig that hole.
There's the tamper.
There's the tamper. That's the job I would want.
Can you go into Home Depot and just say, "Let me get a tamper"?
Yeah, I think so.
This is completely anecdotal, but I would say one of the things that you've seen shift is I feel like stuff like this would happen way more frequently 25 years ago, where you'd see the grounds crew have to come out and adjust the mound because of a landing spot. And I think that they have basically come up with a clay that everybody across the majors uses, and it has this ability to give
more malleable
right
clay. There's the one that Carson got. He went down on. I mean, he gets really good extension.
Rolled over on his ankle kind of both times. So 3-1. Grounds crew is gone. Here comes. And a swing and a miss. A heater at 93. By the way, the Nats win probability in the top of the 8th was 99.8%. And I fly ball right field. That's back. That's gone. Eldridge will touch them all, and the Giants are on the board. Number 5 for Eldridge, 5-1.
Trying at the mercy of the count there in a 5-0 game. Is going to challenge, and Eldridge jumped all over it. Home run number 5 for the rookie. A lot of good, talented young players coming into the league, including this guy. Real quiet with the lower body. Nothing else quiet about it.
Swing and a miss from Casey Schmidt.
Tardy to the party, Casey. Way late on that one.
I like that.
Tardy to the party.
Would you used to say that in the dugout?
Oh yeah.
Tardy to the party.
Tardy to the party, big fella. What's the matter? Didn't you get your invitation?
That one all the way to the backstop, just a bit outside.
So there's a Real Housewife who has a song called "Tardy to the Party."
Oh no!
Don't be tardy to the party. Oh, oh.
At least you get your tea.
Yeah, I did. Actually helped a lot.
Nice. Swing and a miss. Casey Schmidt is gone. 2 away.
Up and in, down and away. And then a nasty breaking ball. Slide piece down below the knees. With a super aggressive Schmidt.
And now it's Devers. 5-1 game. Cubs with the lead. And that's in for a strike.
Jacob Webb is up in the Cub bullpen.
The 1-2 is too high. Have you been out to the garden that they have out there?
No, I've not.
In center field?
No.
Yeah, they grow stuff out there. Vegetables, plants. Fly ball right field, hooking. Foul.
Get an idea how strong Devers is. That was an off-balance swing.
Just flicked it. See you later. Ball game. Cubs win. Thornton finishes it off, and the Cubs take the opener here in San Francisco 5-1, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, keep that baseball. Try and take it home to Hayes. Nice performance finishing off this game. 5-1. Cubs win back-to-back. They have a chance to win 3 in a row tomorrow. They haven't won 3 in a row since the first week of May. Nice performance from the hitters. Some really nice defense. Pitching led by Javier Assad. Rock solid.
For Jim DeShays, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks so much for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, the Cubs 5 and the Giants 1. Tomorrow, Ben Brown, Trevor McDonald are your scheduled starters. Our coverage begins at 8. Don't be tardy to the party. Good night from Oracle Park, and we'll see you tomorrow.
To ending childhood cancer. We understand the complexity of the landscape and know how your support will have the strongest impact. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
We now join this program already in progress.
Want to be the man. You want to get
I'm starting going through my whole data mind.
All right, well, give it to me. I want to hear it.
I'm like, all right, are they going to pitch to me? If he does pitch to me, is he going to be aggressive with me? Am I swinging early? I know he throws the cutter.
Yeah.
And he likes to do it. Do I swing early? The situation is there's 1 out maybe. So I'm running all these numbers through my head as I'm taking that little walk to the dugout, and I'm like, they're probably going to walk me, but I can't show that they're going to walk me. And I get up there, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to take my at-bat and drive this run. And then next thing you know, I see the intentional walk. I'm like, right? Like, Game 7 of the World Series, what you dream of.
Yeah.
I selfishly wanted that moment.
Yeah. When you were locked in and you had home run the night before, you were swinging it good.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we didn't even get into this, which we need to pivot. Game 3 or 4 of the NLCS, I was stunk in the DS. I was irrelevant. The first 3 games of the CS, I also stunk. I was irrelevant to our team. I was just playing defense. And I switched over to the Matt Caesar bat.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that. That was such
that
a big
literally, like, I got hot with that.
It was a 33.5.
33.5, 31.
Well, I think you did that like during the season.
I've done it because so I would choke up with 2 strikes.
Yep.
So instead of when my swing got long, I would go to your bat because it was shorter.
Yeah.
So I would keep me tighter. But I switched to your bat and I took off in the playoffs and I rode that the whole way. And I remember Ken Rosenthal asked me in the World Series, like, hey, I noticed you're using a different bat. And I told him the story, but I was like, Ken, please do not break this because, like, I don't want them to know I'm using something shorter because I don't want them to adjust their scouting reports on me. And, like, that's what I believed. I literally believed I didn't use your bat with your name on it. If it had my name on it, I didn't have
I think
the World Series I
it
had.
was like, just the fact that you change something up, helps put something in your brain.
It's funny how mental it is.
Yeah, it really is.
But, bro, that bat was like...
And then you went off.
I went off.
Went off.
Hit I hit a homer with it in the CS. I rolled in the World Series, but if I don't switch to the Matt Caesar model Marucci bat, you say you still have it under your bed.
KB 117.
Yeah.
KB 17. I have it under my bed in case I get any intruders.
Was it for
his signature on
I got him. Was it for that Christmas you signed me one?
Yeah, your dad had me sign him.
You signed me a bat for Christmas. I still have it at the house.
That's great. That is a great
but
story.
I mean, dude, there's a lot of like coincidences with that too, because that was which is just crazy. The same day that my second E60 came out was the day you switched to the bat.
No
Yeah, and so they did that recoup of the recap of the bone marrow donation. They almost kind of like did it around 2016 season, and then they released it that day, and then you changed your bat and you went off. Dude. So like that's, I just really don't think that those things like
full circle.
Yeah, it's wild, you know, because you battled and survived cancer. I donated bone marrow to help somebody survive cancer. On that day that it was released, you changed your bat.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you went off. So it's like, I don't know.
Well, it's the power too of like our friendship.
I get chills thinking about it.
Our friendship working out. Like if we didn't work out together, if we weren't comfortable and we didn't build that relationship, I'm not touching your bat ever. You know what I mean? It's like all of these things have to come together for us to win. And
then we do. And what are you guys thinking? Al, you score that run, we win. We got a little hairy, but they got one back. Miggy gets that big hit to give us the second one, right?
He'll let you know. Too. I agree. Even that grand slam and like that's huge.
That was one of my favorite moments of the season. That grand slam he hit was epic. With all the chess match with Joe and Dave Roberts and bringing Blanton and it switched again. And
one of the loudest I've ever heard.
Was it 1-2 or 0-2?
I think it was 0-2.
0-2. Yeah.
I was hitting and I was wanting the same spot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get my glory. This is great.
I love your mental talk to yourself. This is me.
I'm gonna do it. No, you're gonna. And then Mickey hits the grand slam. I'm like, that's such a better situation.
Oh
no, dude, Mickey came up so big for us, and I feel like he does.
He does. Well, and I, from a catcher standpoint, and I can't wait to talk to Mickey because just all the catching side of it. But the fun thing for me is like when I came out of the game, I got. Differently than I